Welcome. We are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and this is our first attempt at a PowerPoint style slideshow as suggested by a friend several months ago. We thank that person for that suggestion, and here's our trial of it. We're trying to keep it to a minimum of 3 pages. Any more we feel at this point would be too much to take in. Again, welcome to the Ministry of the Real Truth. That's who we are. And our mission is to question the 3 major organized religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, in their claims of fact, evidence, and expose the errors, contradictions, mistranslations, bad interpolations, and outright lies, and question their numerous denominations, breakaways, spin-offs, cults, sects, and smaller movements. We do all by undertaking in great depth personal research, revealing and exposing the history of their church founder, or their gurus, prophets, apostles, exposing them for what they are or were really all about. We examine their behind the scenes history, their life history, and their other history in regards to their claims and their religious system, etc. Their mission statements, creeds, sermons, doctrines, dogmas, and more. There's a little quote here we quite like from the TV show Kung Fu, popular in the 1970s and 80s. We have not come to answer all the questions, but to question all the answers. Kwai Kane Chang, or Grasshopper, from the TV series Kung Fu. And we have our business policy, okay, which is honesty as our best policy. Again, welcome to the Ministry of the Real Truth. We did create audio because some people don't really want to have to read en masse or multitudes of text. They'd rather hear it. It's easier to hear it. So we put here, if you would have preferred to hear what we had to tell you rather than read the text, you could feel free to click on the audio version provided. We've also added this speech in our video. Okay, but I don't think it'll play because it's a PowerPoint, slideshow. A JPEG, small picture in relation to what may take place through our ministry. The truth, it might just take a wrecking ball to your theology. What was our motive behind creating this slideshow? It's basically to draw attention to the Ministry of the Real Truth, so people have a better understanding of who we actually are. And it had come to our attention that the American missionaries of the 1900s had attempted to translate the King James Bible in use by them at that time into the modern Aramaic, Syriac, but botched it. They translated all the Bible versions of all countries of the world from the American Bible. And that is why all the Bibles thus translated contain the same errors in translation and pseudo-Christian doctrines that have caused so much misery for over 200 years. And that was extracted from Victor Alexander's Aramaic New Testament, page 4, paragraph 5. Then these were further translated by the American translators until we have the situation today with all these versions of the Bible and thousands of denominations, each with their own individual interpretations. And then again, that's why there's so much outfighting of who has the truth and who doesn't, who are the chosen, who aren't, who are of the devil and who are of God, and so forth. And that again is extracted from Victor Alexander's Aramaic New Testament, page 5, paragraph 1. We may attach a video to this, but we hope that you enjoyed this small PowerPoint style slideshow from the Ministry of Truth, explaining who we are and what we're about. We are a registered congregation, not under the name the Ministry of the Real Truth, but under the longer name, which some people said was too long to say, the Congregation of Maya Yoshua Mashika, with Jesus the Messiah. And there was another one, slips in my mind at the moment, maybe the Real Truth Congregation. But we decided to, we weren't too decisive on the name, so we finally came to, because everybody else had the same name, right? There's thousands of us, or thousands of those titles being used, so people would go to them instead, right? So we chose the Ministry of the Real Truth to differentiate us from all others that may use that title, the Ministry of the Truth Church, etc. Okay, so thank you for your time. Thank you for taking the time to watch our small PowerPoint style slideshow. And if you liked it, then please subscribe to our channel, the Ministry of the Real Truth on YouTube, where this is probably being shown. Add your likes and your comments, and we will look at those as soon as possible and get back to you. And then go tell your church friends, your Muslim and Jewish friends about our YouTube channel and our content, and that we are exposing all the so-called claims of fact, evidence, etc., and revealing whether they really are or if they are just a load of lies. Okay, we also will provide a link to a backup source, a video on YouTube of a man who has studied, obviously done his research on Bible versions. Through his video, the American Bible Society and Their Lies, will provide that link to that, the better version of that, at the bottom of this video. Okay, thank you for your time. We appreciate you taking the time to watch us, and we will see you on the next exciting video brought to you by the Ministry of the Real Truth.